Welcome to another episode of the Online Prosperity Experience podcast. You're about to hear your host, Prosper Taravinga's powerful digital marketing strategies and actionable tactics that you can use right now. Prosper has helped more than 50,000 people from over 10 countries to create meaningful businesses that are profitable and enjoyable. Listen to this podcast so that you too can build your own business with less stress and overwhelm. Let's get started.
How to use content marketing to impact your current client relationships. You know, I get a lot of people asking me, hey, Prosper, you always talk about, getting clients that pay, stay, and refer. Where do you get clients like that? They seem to be like an elusive bunch of people. Well, I'm here to say and tell you that if you absolutely love your clients, they will stay. Now, how do you professionally love people in the world that we live in? You literally make their world a better place. You make their lives easier, okay? Because if you have identified who your target market is and you actually know specifically what niche you want to help, if you've been doing your marketing for quite a while, you would know these certain things, because not everyone is going to be your customer. And if you identify that particular person that you absolutely want to help and get results for, it'll be easy for you to come out with content that actually helps them make sense of the world around them. And if you now put all of that into a neatly packed content marketing strategy, let me tell you something, you would be creating a business that's profitable and enjoyable. And I get it. A lot of people view content marketing and also SEO as simply a prospective tool. But I want you to have a different understanding of what these tools are. First of all, let's start with SEO. Obviously, you might know SEO as search engine optimization, but if you reframe your thinking from the search engine part, the whole technical gobbledog that a lot of people lead with, and define SEO as simply educating others, simply engaging others, simply, just really giving value to your audience. Let me tell you something. They will get to know you, like you, and trust you. And people do business with those they know, like, and trust. And that's where SEO can actually give you so much leverage. And your content marketing will be creating yet another touch point that your client wants to have with your business. Because the more you know about somebody, the more you are partial to them. And the more you want to see them succeed, just predicated on the story that they, came up with or something like that. I always tell of my story. I don't know if you're tired of hearing it, but maybe this is the first time that you have, come to this podcast, the Online Prosperity Experience. I'm the founder and CEO of a digital agency called Live Long Digital, where we basically help businesses explode in growth using digital marketing strategies. And SEO just so happens to be one of the things that we are bullish around, and we also work within our business. And you see, I'm really passionate about helping coaches, consultants, and small business owners grow their business, because let me tell you something, I actually know what it means to come from nothing. A lot of my clients are coming from a place where they had a really cushy job, they had really good outcomes, but they chose to go out on their own. And now they're facing a world where there's a lot of competition. They're facing a world where our clients are jaded, and they still have to be cutting through the noise in order for them to create a business that's profitable and enjoyable. And, if you are already relying on your business to put food on your table, this might actually be causing a lot of emotional stress on your part, especially if you don't know how to generate leads. And that's where I come in. You see, like I was telling you, I was born in a small town in Zimbabwe in Africa. And obviously for me, growing up, life was pretty tough. We didn't have a lot of money or a lot of hope. And, we didn't even have any role models. So I didn't think I was going to amount to anything. I just thought I was going to linger around and get a job or do whatever Zimbabwe had to offer at that point. But, we didn't have, like I said, people that could inspire us to expand our horizons. But my life actually changed when a bright-eyed Australian teacher came to work at my school, and I was about 13 years old when that happened. And she told me all about Australia and all the incredible opportunities that it had to offer, and it opened up my eyes to knowing that you can literally travel the world and do what you love and still be paid for it. And she taught me that there was a whole another world outside of my own small town. So this could be happening to you as well. You might actually be trying to create a business by yourself, but you don't quite know, or you haven't had it figured out yet. All right. So let me be that lighthouse for you that draws your business ship home. You know what I mean? So now I've learned that there's a world full of infinite possibilities for people who, if you dream big and you have the courage to follow those dreams, the rest of the world will be the pathway to your door. And the rest of my time in school, I really worked my butt off up until I ended up in Australia, where now I've worked with over 450 businesses and in counting, and we're just creating results for them. And the main testament to my success is I didn't go in for short-term strategies. I literally went in for long-term strategies in the name of SEO and content marketing. And I want to impart that onto you, not to impress you, but to impress upon you that if you actually invest in the business and make sure that this is going to be something that you want to leave a lasting legacy with, you better start thinking in long-term sort of strategies, And once you have created that website and you now have some sort of a lead gen platform where you can invite, your ideal customers to, I really want you to start focusing on driving qualified traffic to your site. And you can only do this with content marketing and really, really good SEO. And like I said earlier on, SEO just really simply means good content, all right? And you're simply educating others on who you are, what you do, and how you can, help them solve the problems that they're facing. And you can tell two of my favorite ways to, drive qualified traffic to your website is SEO and content marketing. Because at the end of the day, nobody who has a bleeding neck will go to Google or any other search engine typing for a plumber, all right? The people that are going to be coming to your website are pretty much qualified. All you got to do is really gain their trust and earn their interest, and then you can actually help them convert into customers that pay, stay, and refer. So like I mentioned, content marketing and SEO, these two actually go hand in hand in attracting highly qualified traffic to your website and driving new leads and actually fueling the growth of your business. And there's no telling how big you will be if you're going to be getting consistent lead flow coming through. And if you haven't seen how we do this, just jump onto Live Long Digital and see how we can help you generate hundreds of qualified leads without you having to beg people to hire your services. And we do this like clockwork, all right? So beyond just the insight that you get from SEO, because the people that are coming to you are actually qualified leads. Nobody's going to be searching for your type of services and going through your website if they're not remotely interested in what you've got to offer. All right. So you can actually start using SEO as to really inform your business intelligence. And you can actually then use content marketing to actually attract the right, traffic, because organic Google rankings actually guide your prospects to the very content that they're seeking at the precise time that they're looking for it. All right. So if you've got the right information that is educating people and engaging your audience, you are well on the way to actually get clients that pay, stay, and refer. And this only happens when people are specifically looking for that particular information. And the more you're putting your website out there, people are actually going to be clicking in the organic search results, which is where SEO actually, puts you in front of the right audience. And SEO actually helps you to expand your reach, and actually you can fill your funnels and multiply the brand touch points that people would have, exposed to your brand. And talking about exposure, SEO not only achieves, putting you in front of your audience, there's a neuroscience concept that's called the M.E.D.I.A exposure. effect. All right, mere exposure effect, and it's actually a recognized phenomenon if you're a reader or if you really look into the science and psychology of why people do what they do, whereby the more often somebody's exposed to something, the more they like it. That's the reason why you tend to like your family. That's the reason why you tend to like, the people that look like you. That's the reason why you tend to like your country. That's the reason why you tend to like your local football team, your local sports champions, your local supermarkets, because you're constantly exposed to those individuals. So it makes your brain akin to them. All right. So once people start seeing your brand or your business, consistently, they actually get to know you, like you, and trust you. And we all know that people do business with those they know, like, and trust. And if you're doing it organically using SEO, then you don't necessarily have to pay to be in front of these people for you to just get that mere exposure effect. All right. And any business that actually achieves long strategic visibility, especially on Google, you now get that familiarity. And guess what? If you're doing SEO, you can actually capitalize on this mere exposure effect. And it actually winds up in a lot of people favoring your brand subconsciously. And you want to be there, but it takes time, it takes patience, it takes delivering value. And we get paid in direct proportion to the value that we bring to the marketplace. So that subconscious preference benefit people that they now start being biased towards your brand. It actually creates an audience that continues to go through your customer journey, and it actually consider doing business with you. You know why? Because now you are familiar, you're safe, you are somebody that they can rely on for solving whatever problems that they might be facing, and eventually they will make purchasing decisions. So content marketing and SEO actually serve as complementary products. So you should check out how we create for and relate to our audiences. Just jump onto our website, livelongdigital.com.au, and see our content marketing strategy at play, and also see how our SEO would have helped you find us. And I'm believing that you listening to this podcast, you would have maybe typed into Google looking for information with regards to how can you leverage content, and you stumbled upon this podcast. Welcome. All right. So obviously, like I was saying, content marketing actually serves as a complementary purpose to SEO. When you're educating your audience and you're creating for and relating to, they will definitely reciprocate basically with their own way, which is usually using their credit card. And your content should then go in and answer questions and solve the problems that your clients might or your prospects might have. You also want to help them achieve their goals, literally helping them by actually helping them. And through that, you can establish trust. You differentiate your brand, because some people are just take, and not giving. Givers get in this game, all right? The more you give, the more value you put out in the marketplace, the more you actually get compensated for the work that you're doing to make other people's lives better. All right. So once you also create content, guess what you're doing? You can fuel word of mouth or word of mouse. All right, because people start sharing your content, people start engaging with it in ways that you never thought they would, and you actually start building brand love. Because can you imagine if you're answering somebody's questions with a keystroke? You know what I mean? Every time somebody types into Google, you are there answering their questions, and you're helping them make sense of the world around them. They would definitely thank you by either sharing your content with those other stakeholders in their business, or somebody who might be interested in what you've got to offer. And it should actually help you drive a great number of leads in the process, because once people are interested in the stuff that you're putting out there, once people are engaged, then definitely the next protocol is, if your funnels are laid out well, then you can actually be converting those people. So if you combine your SEO and your content, it's actually a very that's a crazy effective lead generation engine for your business. And what's truly magical about them is that once you achieve that flywheel effect, the results compound over time. I think it was Albert Einstein who mentioned that compounding, especially when people are talking about the stock market, is the eighth wonder of the world. Okay, those that know of it earn it, and those that don't pay it. All right. So if you know of compounding interest, especially when it comes to investments, it also works with your SEO and content marketing. The longer you are in the game, the longer you are playing the game, the more you are also seen as somebody who is content provider and providing value to their audience, and this compounds over time. And I mean, seriously, what are the marketing compounds over time with ads? You keep paying, and if you stop paying, you stop playing. But with SEO, whether you're optimizing today or whether you're creating content today or you don't, you will constantly be available unless something drastic happens, like maybe an algorithm change or your website gets attacked by malware or whatever it is. Then maybe your ranking might fall. But that doesn't actually equate to completely going off the radar when you stop paying your ads. So for one of our Live Long Digital recently onboarded accountants that we worked with, our client actually went from zero organic to inbound leads prior to them engaging with us, and to being so inundated with leads that they could actually barely keep up. The reason is a lot of people are world's best kept secret to only those people that they're working with. But with SEO, you can reach audiences that would not have known about you, and they get to know, like, and trust you without you expending that much money in order for you to work with them. So I was actually talking to one of our IT consultant guys who is about to hire 2 additional employees within the 2 years that we've been working with him, and he's grown 5 times in the process, basically through the power of SEO and the content that we are creating for them. And if you want to see this case study, jump onto our website and check out the case studies that we have on there. And the reason why a lot of people fail to actually get results in this game, because you don't see immediate results. There's no instant gratification. So that's why a lot of marketing agents out there fumble the ball when it actually comes to SEO and content marketing, because the results can actually start showing a year from now, and not a lot of people have the patience to actually wait that long. But if you're a business owner that really wants to create for and relate to the audience that you're going to be working with, start investing in 3-year increments, just like what Amazon does and Jeff Bezos. And now look at how much of a monster business he's created. He started, he says that whenever you see an idea with Amazon, they would have started working on it 3 years prior. So what's your 3-year outlay? You could actually start using SEO as that one thing that will actually help you break through the marketing noise that's happening out there. And a lot of companies that we end up working with, they spend a lot of years at it with little to no results. It's only because they're just doing enough or dabbling, or they're just trying to get low-hanging fruit and think they're actually doing a lot of the SEO work. All right, so just jump onto our website and see how we do our work, and then you can see how we actually connect with you as soon as you land on our website with lead magnets, follow-ups, all of that stuff. So it is a whole combination of strategies that you need to put in place in order for all of this to actually work. All right, so a lot of coaches and consultants that we end up working with, they just simply walk away because there's no instant gratification with this, and they mistakenly feel that it's impossible to break through and achieve success. The reason is they don't have a long-term strategy, or they don't have an actual plan as to what to actually do in order for them to generate a lot of these results that I'm talking about. And guess what? That leaves you with an unprecedented opportunity to really sit down, create a plan for you to actually connect with your audience via content and SEO. And I can literally show you how to do it if you jump on and schedule a call with me, so that we can actually look at your particular brand, your particular outcome, and your particular target market, so that we can create a strategy that is personalized to you. All right, so like I was saying, it's an unfortunate incident that a lot of companies are missing out on this opportunity, and they become frustrated before they've even gotten the results, just simply because they don't understand the the amount of time and effort that is needed for you to actually get these results. And if you're doing it wrong right from the get-go, that actually increases. So you're gonna need to work with somebody who actually knows exactly what they're doing. And there's so much poorly executed SEO and mediocre content out there. It's such a shocking statistic if you look at it. But like I said, there's a great deal of untapped opportunity that you can jump onto, and many coaches and consultants are just treading the water. If you really hone in on what you actually want for your business and create content that resonates to your audience and clarify your message in the process, this strategy would actually work for you. All right. And a lot of people out there are just cranking out content for content's sake. I talk about this a lot because they're not providing value out there. They're not engaging their audience. They're not even educating them on what to want or what it is that they actually provide them. And they treat content marketing as just a prospecting tool, full stop. Okay, they're not using it as a strategy to actually nurture their leads and create as many touch points through the funnels that they can be creating. And if you're not well versed with funnels, just check the last episode that we created about what a marketing funnel is and how to actually get the most out of it. All right, so I mean, obviously, yes, you might be thinking, this might not be for me, let me just go and do ads. Well, it's also a good strategy, but you will notice that so many people need to go and visit a website 3 to 4 times before they actually make a decision. All right, so do you want to be paying for all of those touch points? You might as well have an SEO component working behind the scenes, so that the next time, because these people are already familiar with your brand, all they do is just search for you, and your SEO actually saves the day. All right, so instead, if you want to achieve massive results for your organic marketing, I want you to rethink how you're creating this optimized content so that it's actually leveraged and you're actually creating for and relating to your audience. All right, and that's what I'm going to walk you through in when we meet up and have a chat with regards to how you are writing content for your audience right now, and how you're actually helping your clients understand how you can possibly solve their problems. I've been doing SEO for more than 10 years now. It's changed, obviously the algorithms change, but these underlining things that remain constant. If you understand who your audience are, if you can encourage their dreams, if you can confirm their suspicions, if you can justify their failures, why they haven't been able to get those results, and if you can answer the questions that they might have, which your product or your service might solve, you, my friend, would have really good SEO. Because at the end of the day, Google is always looking to promote websites that are making Google look good. All right, so if you want to understand how this actually works, jump onto our website, livelongdigital.com.au, and once you create a sustainable content and SEO strategy, you'll be able to scale your business from 6 to 7 figures and beyond that. You know why? Because all the heavy lifting will be done for you. You're no longer going to sit there and cold call potential clients just to beg them to hire your services, or maybe sit there sending out hundreds of emails without even getting as much as, hey, thank you so much for reaching out on, and maybe wasting thousands of dollars that you probably don't have on ad spend without generating any sort of qualified leads that would actually convert into customers that pay, stay, and refer. And like I said, in the time that we've been doing SEO, the last 10 years, I've seen some strategies work effectively, and I've seen some yielding zero ROI. You know why? Because a lot of people just want to do put a bullet, you put a band-aid on a bullet wound. All right, I'm just really going, if you come book a consultation with you, I'm only just going to show you stuff that actually works for your business and for your industry, and stuff that is actually useful to you. But a word of warning, although we are using a lot of these SEO and content marketing strategies, not one strategy is going to work in and of itself. Okay, there's so many things that needs to be present in order for your SEO to work. You need to obviously have a perfect website. You need to have a perfect funnel system that then captures all that audience. You also need to make sure that you've got a good offer that people will be willing and able to click through, so that they can grab that offer. All right. And you also need to be a really good person, because once people start showing up, people are going to need somebody to create a relationship with them. People are going to need somebody to engage with them. People are going to need somebody to educate them and provide them with value. And if you're not going to be doing that, why would they stick around? Okay, so as you can see, content marketing, SEO, they're usually viewed as just prospecting tools. But while that is true, creating content and optimizing for SEO and maybe distributing high value content can actually have a laundry list of, first of all, lead generating benefits, but it also has a really big benefit, which it makes your client relationships thrive. When you leverage SEO, because people can always be coming back, searching for more, getting more information from you, being inspired, and you're positioning yourself in the process. And that's right. A lot of people don't use SEO as a tool to actually foster the relationships that they already have. And there's different facets of all this content marketing which serve different purposes for your business. And in my opinion, one of the biggest reasons for you to actually pursue this is to create for and relate to your audience, so you can maybe deepen the relationships that you have with your clients and make it easy for them to refer new clients to your firm. Because every piece of content that you put out there now becomes ammunition. All right. So let's say your clients are B2B in nurture. Okay. People that make the decision to make a purchase are usually not the person that makes the inquiry. Okay. So maybe it's an office manager who makes an inquiry about the services or the coaching, the consulting, or the training that they're looking for. And they need to send something to their CEO, as ammunition to defend your business. What are they going to send across? Right? If there's a piece of content that actually engages and educates them on what it is that you're providing, that then sits in the boardroom while they're making a decision. And if you haven't created content, how else do you think people are going to remember, the service provision that you put out there? Okay. So if you're not sure how you can build content marketing strategy that actually serves both your prospects and your current clients, I encourage you to, just book a call with me. Let's check out what your stuff is doing. You know what I mean? We want to check if your content is actionable, is informative, is data driven, has some sort of personal anecdotes or any case studies that helps people connect with you a little bit more and actually create that know, like, and trust factor that people are obviously craving for. Okay. And you can actually personalize a lot of the content that you put out there and increase the touch points that people have with your business, so that they can buy more from you instead of just being a one-click wonder or a one-sell affair. You can actually increase market share and wallet share with the people that you start working with. So eventually, being able to actually create that individual personalized touch point for each of your clients creates a sustainable business that actually makes it easy for people to come back for more. And the beauty of content is that once you set it out, once you've put it out there, you can literally set and forget, and it's like a one-to-many model that actually allows you to reach your clients in an efficient but personal way. They feel like you've created something for them, and you can actually reach out to them and say, hey, Sally, hey, John, look what I made for you. And when you create content marketing, that actually works and, fuels the lead generation process of your business, you're literally setting yourself up for long-term success. And if you actually create high, value content, people can share it, and the quality of the leads that you start generating become bigger and bigger, and you now have a lead generation machine that helps you build a business that's scalable from the get-go. All right. So if you want to learn more about how to launch your own content marketing strategy, don't miss out our resource library on livelongdigital.com.au. Check it out, or just go onto our website and see how we've structured our content and how we are making it easy for coaches, consultants, and small to medium businesses make sense of the internet out there. Like I keep saying, I build strategies for coaches, consultants, and small to medium businesses so they can master their digital marketing, because I firmly believe that we are all changing the world one life at a time. So if I can do anything to help you identify your target market and clarify your message through content so that you can literally be found when people are searching for you, be my guest. Just jump onto our website, see what we can do for you. And together with my clients and my team, I want to help you develop and implement a unique digital marketing plan that actually helps you connect with your audience and convert them into customers that pay, stay, and refer. Wouldn't that be nice? Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, let's continue the conversation in the Live Long Digital community. Become a Live Long Digital community member today. This community is for ambitious entrepreneurs and small business owners with the drive to take control of the future of their businesses and achieve huge success without stress and overwhelm. As you heard, Prosper can help you by teaching you marketing strategies that work. So look no further than the Live Long Digital community of entrepreneurs and highly successful business owners. Join our community today. Find us on www.community.livelongdigital.com.au. Network with other driven entrepreneurs and find the expert guidance you need to take your business to the next level. www.community.livelongdigital.com.au